Oh. Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel, Relationship Sessions with Sissy. On today's segment, we will be discussing or answering some questions as it regards to single ladies. And today we have two special guests, my beautiful friends, Tamara and Nikki. And we will be answering and kind of discussing some questions, as I stated, in regards to single people, singleness, and go from there. All right, so the first question, we'll jump right into it. The first question is, a lot of people, when we go out in public or to bars or in public in general, they ask us, are you single? Why are you single? So, oftentimes we find that there are single, beautiful, single, accomplished, intelligent women that are single. Why do you think that's the case?
Well, I would say from experience that it's a lot of women who are who have been in toxic relationships, who have been disrespected, just have had bad experience with men. So, and we haven't completely healed ourselves. Well, basically allow God to heal you, because he's the only person that can make you whole, completely whole again, and allow you to know how to, when you get into that next relationship, to keep that relationship because you are healed, and just a better relationship with yourself. That's the number one thing.
I agree as well. You don't want to bring anything toxic into a current relationship. I also feel as well is that we have a certain standard to the type of guy that we want to date. So we're not going to settle for anything. We have a certain type of gentleman that we're looking for.
That's good. And likewise, like you guys stated, I do feel like it's important for you to establish that relationship with yourself and establish that relationship with Christ, so you do know what you want, you do know what you're looking for, and past experiences kind of help us with that. Like, I'm not going to jump into something that was detrimental like it was last time, right? And in addition to that, I do feel like some women are just career driven. Like they put their focus and attention more into their career opposed to a guy, because they may not be where they want to be, or they've tried the dating thing and it didn't work out for them. So let me just direct that energy somewhere else. So I think they want to put more of that energy into their career and kind of become successful in that area, and just build their confidence level up. So yeah, I think that kind of, I feel like those are some of the reasons why people are single. Now, there are singles that, they kind of know themselves, right? As far as in the past relationship, scrape his car up or scratch his car, key his car, or whatever. So it's just like, that ain't cool. Like, I need to work on me, because I don't want to take that into my next relationship with crazy stuff,
Right.
So maybe I need to step back, because, stuff like that can lead to, some bad situations.
A bad outcome.
Absolutely. So those are some of the reasons why I do feel like, people are single now. Just because we say single, I don't feel like just because you're single, I don't feel like that's necessarily that doesn't mean that you're not dating, right?
Right.
So when people say, "Oh, she's single, she's not posting," that don't mean I'm dating. That don't mean I'm not dating, right? You know what I'm saying? So so I do feel like that's a thing as well. Like, a lot of times when people see that, they just omit the possibility of them even dating or anything. So they just assume. So yeah. Okay. Good. So Nikki, I know that your dad passed when you were younger. Do you think that has or have any impact on how you move or navigate, how you choose your partners? Maybe even the reason why you're single today. Like, do you think that had any impact or effect on how you kind of arrived to where you are today?
I would definitely say yes. Like at my younger age, I knew the love that I had from my dad. Like I felt that love. So it was like I was searching for this love that I got received from my dad, and I was searching for. And then until I really found God, I mean, I always had a relationship, but a serious relationship with God. And the love that He gave me just out trumps all the love that from the dad's love, from relationship love. It like out trumps it all. So the love from God like completes me. So it's like I know that I will be enough with or without a man, or with or without. So basically, I just had to either go through it, or God will teach me a lesson in the process of with males, because I really didn't have that male figure to look at, to be like, this is how a man's supposed to treat me. This is what he's supposed to do. So it was like I basically had to learn this, or either go through the process.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And like you said, I do feel like, it makes a difference when you have a male figure that you can model in the house. Maybe not so much of what they do. It could just be, okay, I know I want the opposite of that, or I want that. Typically when there are male figures in the house, we typically go after those type of men, the men that our dads were or are, right? So that's good. Thank you for sharing.
And I have learned that a man doesn't have to teach you. You can see it. Like if a daughter sees her dad treating his mom, he don't have to tell her, because she's gonna see, this is how a man's supposed to treat me. This is what he's supposed to do. So he really don't have to say anything. She can just see it with her eyes.
I want to follow up with something in regards to that, because like you lost a father. Now, my father wasn't physically in the household 24/7, but my dad was very active in my life. So one thing I can say about him was, I don't know, I want to compare generations, if that's okay for a second, as far as older generation and newer generations. What I can say is, regardless of the fact that him and my mother wasn't together, he always made sure everyone was taken care of. And that's what I respected about him. And I think that's where I look at a whole higher standard with guys these days, because they have multiple kids. You don't have to be with the mother. It's not a problem. But you still are very active. And kids, male or female, kids look up to things like that. And I think me growing up, I looked up to my father in that aspect of being that provider, regardless of you being with my mother. I respected him as far as that. And I still to this day have respect. I compare guys to this day, like, you have to be like my dad, regardless of not being together, but it's being that provider, being able to talk to, and so forth.
Absolutely. That's good. And like you said, my mom and dad, I haven't always been together. They're not together now, but he still made sure that we didn't go without, he still made sure he attended things. He made sure that, he was present in our lives. He was active in our lives, and he was the provider, so that's very good, T. That's good. Good insight. Good insight. Now with that, T, now I know that you have a beautiful little girl. When do you feel is a good time to allow your partner to meet her? Or do you feel like you would just kind of wait until the situation is serious? Or when would you say a good time? It'll be a good time for your partner to meet your kid.
Well, first, I have a daughter, so I feel like it's very important for both kids, regardless, male, boy or girl. But I'm very protective over my daughter. Now, I feel as though when the relationship starts to get stronger, you don't really know a person. You still don't know a person. You could be with a person for 2 years and still never know a person. You learn a person every day. But I would feel as though probably about a year or so to meet my daughter.
Okay.
That's just a time frame that I have. I don't want the gentleman to meet my daughter right away. That's just not me personally. I mean, to each his own for anybody else, but for me personally, no, I would say a year, because I want to make sure that this relationship is progressing, we're building, the communication is there before I decide to bring, especially a younger child anyway, she might get attached. And then that's heartbreak on her end as well. Not just me, but with her as well, because I have to explain to her of why we aren't together anymore. Because she probably might have looked at him as the father.
Right, that's good. That's good. So what happens when, let's just say you guys go out on a date and your child, she just accidentally sees you with him. Like, how do you navigate that situation?
It happened before in the past.
Oh wow.
I actually introduced her to him as one of my friends, like one of my
Oh,
homeboys.
that's good.
So she looked at it as one of those, like, oh, okay, that's mommy's friend. Like, okay, not really thinking anything of it. Like,
Right.
then later down the line, when him and I actually built more, I said, well, you remember that gentleman that you seen before that time briefly? She was like, I'm like, well, we're starting to, date or so forth. And she's like, oh, okay. And we'll go from there. But I still wouldn't let him meet her right away until, like I said, later down the line.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's very good. That's good. All right. So guys, when choosing, or ladies, when choosing to date, what are some of the qualities that you look for in a partner? Like, what are some of the qualities that you say, like, he must have this in order for me to even kind of go in that direction?
Well, I would say, the older you get, things change. So in your younger age, you want this, but the older you get, you start wanting different things. So the main thing for me is I want a man to be able to, who knows God, who pray,
Absolutely.
who has a relationship with him, someone who can cover me, someone who can pray for me. We can pray for each other. Someone who has a good personality. Like, really, to sum it up, I want like a best friend. I want someone who I can laugh with.
Yes.
We can have an argument, but we still gonna come back together. We still gonna be friends. We still gonna laugh about things. So I want someone with a best friend.
That's very good.
I agree with you as well. I definitely agree with you as well. And I also feel like having a relationship with Christ is a major key point as well. Right. I feel like you have to be stable. You have to have some type of stability.
Absolutely.
As far as like having your job, healthcare, 401k. I have a list. Like I would say honestly, I feel at our age, I feel like in your own home. Now, God forbid, I understand if you lost your job, something may happen where you have to, or your parent is sick or something, you might have to double back to take care of them. Right. Then okay, I get that. But I feel like at our age in this decade, you should have your own.
Right. Yes, you need to know how to be a provider.
Provider, yes.
A provider.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. I totally agree with you guys. I do feel like, absolutely, you must have that relationship with Christ, because that tells me that you realize that there's someone else you have to answer to, like right. You can get your direction from him. Also, I feel like, being responsible, respectful, that to me, that just shows me that you'll do the same for me. Or if I have kids or that you'll show that same respect to them as well. Discipline. Like if I feel like we're going to a different place, like we're leveling up in our relationship, then I feel like some things can't go. You can't do some things, or some people just can't be a part of this, so right. You have discipline to let that go, even though it may hurt, or even though that it may be painful to let them go, or difficult to let that habit go. Like, do you have discipline enough to actually do it though? So I do feel like those are right. Other qualities that I would love for a man to have, because we already know it ain't easy.
Yes, it's not easy.
It's not at all.
Like a man who's gonna motivate you and push you, and
absolutely.
Someone who's gonna motivate you. Yeah.
Encourage you. Hold you accountable. Absolutely.
Yes. We be each other's cheerleader. I know it might sound crazy coming from but I'll cheer you on, you cheer me on type thing. I just need that other half, that you on the same type of level. If we're both going through something, we pray together. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think that circles back to having that best friend, that you can't wait to tell them this, or this is what happened to me today. Like, oh my God, you just want to tell them all about it, and you just want that comfort. You want that, you just need that reassurance that you're okay. We're okay. We'll get through this. Like, you don't have to go through this alone. So, absolutely,
right.
guys. That's very good. Very good. Okay. So my last question that I have for you guys, which I think is kind of like a major major thing. And I'm not saying that all men do this or all women do this, but why do you guys think that people cheat? Like, why do people cheat? Like, why do they cheat?
Do we have enough time? Nick, I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, I feel like men cheat because it's something within them. It's something about that happened to them, because you can have like a woman at home with everything that you want, but you'll still be searching for something else. And so it's something within them. And I feel like a man do he love you, or is he in love with you? Because that's two different things. He can love you and not be in love with you. So I just feel like it's something within a man, and really it's two type of men. It's either a good man or a grown man or a grown boy.
Ooh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have to know, like, a grown boy, he's gonna disrespect you. He's not gonna cheer for you. He's gonna try to change things about you instead of making you better. He's gonna try to bring you down. So you just have to figure out. Yeah, so
it's good. It's
I also
good.
feel like possibly they cheat because of an ego, their upbringing, or trying to fit in with whoever their crew is. That's a cool thing to do. So, but a lot of times I see these days is more so, it's a lot of guys that are at actual relationships. I hate to say it like that. That are cheating. And I'm like, I asked someone before, I'm like, why do you cheat? He was just like, I don't know. Like, he loved, like you said, Nikki, he love her, but he's not in love with her. But, and I feel like, the situation is comfortable for him, to step outside of the box and cheat. He didn't want to actually start over from scratch as far as like living together and everything. So he felt he was comfortable with that situation, but he would step out and cheat, which I felt like it didn't make sense at all. I'm like, why waste that girl time? Why waste her time if you don't feel the same way she does? Let her go. So someone else who appreciate her. But
absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, I do feel like it's something within themselves. Like, I feel like maybe there was some past experience, or them growing up, they saw something that maybe, or either they experienced a traumatic situation where they never recovered from. And so when you don't recover, when you don't heal, you act out the same way like what you saw. So it's kind of like, it's like, how do I bounce back? It's like, how do I bounce back? So I think that's one thing. But another thing I feel like, because I've actually been on both sides of the spectrum. I've cheated and I've been cheated on. I cheated simply because, and that was before I established that relationship with myself and a relationship with Christ. But I cheated because I felt like that was justification of him cheating. So that made me feel like, okay, if you're gonna cheat, then okay, it's cool. Like, I'm gonna cheat too, especially if I know we're gonna still be together. Right. At that time, I didn't have the discernment where, okay, this is not good for you. You need to get up out of there. It was just like, but I love him though. But I wasn't in love with him. But I loved him though. So like I said, when you establish that relationship with you kind of discern that. But and being cheated on, like I said, I do feel like that stemmed from something when they were younger. Maybe they didn't know how to kind of navigate, or what they saw, or kind of recover from that. But also, I feel like men or people cheat, or women, they cheat simply because sometimes they may be getting demeaned, or they may be getting belittled in their current situation, right? So when you're getting belittled in your current situation, or at home, and you meet somebody that's actually stroking your ego, encouraging you, it's like, this is cool. You don't want to let that go. Absolutely. You don't want to let that go. So, but it's just like, I don't want to hurt her feelings and let her go, but I like it over here. I like it that she stroked my ego. I like that she makes me feel like a man. I like that she, speak wisdom into me. Like, I like that. So it's just like, and it's not that you're lacking anything. It's just
you got comfortable.
It's a comfortable thing.
Absolutely. So I do feel like those are, and like I said, it's temptation. They can't, some people can't handle temptation, and we can't expect them to. Adam and Eve, they were tempted, and they went for the tree, ate from the wrong tree, right? So we're not exempt from that. You know what I'm saying? But when you have that relationship with Christ, though, you can kind of, get your direction from him, right? And you can kind of like pray your way through, or pray your way out of that. So I do feel like those are some of the reasons that why men cheat. And there, of course, there could be others. Like you said, Nikki, you could have the whole package, and they still
package,
and then still.
And you'll still be searching for something else. Searching for something else.
Yeah. The only thing that could fully fulfill you, I think, is the Christ and the love of God. So.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys so much. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I was just going to say, it's all about how a man handled the situation as well, because I know married men get hit on just as well. And also, if someone comes to hit on a married man, or is he going to say I'm married, or is he going to take me in and go for it?
Absolutely.
You have to fight that temptation.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I know we're human. So without a doubt, of course, if you're in a relationship, you might look, but long as you don't touch or don't proceed anything else. I mean, we're human at the end of the day. So we have our spouse, we might see a handsome guy. You say to yourself, oh, he's handsome, but you want to keep moving forward. Going straight. You're not going to veer off. No. So it's all about self-control.
Absolutely. That's
but like you said, and praying, just, like you said, your relationship with Christ, I feel like is very important. Very important.
Absolutely. I think when you do have that relationship with Christ, that self-control, that self-discipline, all that kind of comes in one, and you could kind of control that. So.
It makes it easier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Guys, you guys have cut a rug today. Thank you so much. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I know you guys have jobs and all this other stuff to do. So thank you for taking time out of your day to actually open your hearts and provide insight to us. Thank you to my subscribers and viewers. Thank you guys for tuning into this channel. If this was something beneficial for you, I hope you like, share, subscribe, or comment to this channel. Also, we are still in this pandemic, so I hope you guys continue to follow the social distancing guidelines so we can get through this. I think that's it. I love you guys. Be blessed and have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.